remember when I first got the script, it was like, well, take a look at this one. Steve Martin's in it. And so that immediately went, to the top of the pile, because I'm a big fan of Steve Martin. I've always loved what he did. When I spoke to my agents and I'm like, I really like this, they go, okay, what do you like about it? And I go, well, number one, it's Steve Martin. Yeah. Number two, Steve Martin. Number three, Steve Martin. And as it turns out, when I got there, it turned out to be even better. Bonnie Hunt, Piper, Hillary, all the kids. I mean, it just turned out to be, like, I know it sounds like a cliche, but we did end up being like a family. I mean, we just all had such a great time. And a lot of the craziness that happened, if they could only have caught some of that stuff. The great thing is, I was like, I got to have fun with the kids. I didn't have to control them or regulate them. They'd say we're ready on set, and I'd go to set, and Hillary would go to set, and Piper would go to set, and Steve and Bonnie. And then, the kids would sort of fall into place along the way. There's a lot of pressures to not follow the path. There's a lot of people that just, oh, no, it's okay, just tell them that. People need to know, But then you look at other people who've sort of kept that private life private.
Like who? Who do you emulate?
Well, there's guys like Sean Penn, who maybe gone a little bit even further than I have. There's guys like Johnny Depp, guys who just really value their private time. Even people like Warren Beatty and Robert Redford, they always kind of kept things separate. And I think that also helps to, I think it helps with their longevity as well, in keeping their sanity as well as their careers. Everybody has their list, but I would love to do something with guys like I mentioned, Robert Redford, Warren Beatty, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Gene Hackman. That would be awesome. Dustin Hoffman, guys like that. I'd really be interested right now to do a film with someone like that, to sort of do, the older, sort of like the Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman thing in Seven. It's just so interesting to watch. The guy with the experience, the new guy who's figuring things out. I've always been attracted to movies with that dynamic. Steve is very prepared. Everything is perfect.
Technical.
Absolutely perfect and technical, and it works. Bonnie throws caution in the wind, and who knows what's going to happen. It could be great. It could be not so great, because it's always great. It's just a matter of what degree of greatness it is. But one thing I learned from Bonnie was to stay on your toes, and from Steve, just the discipline. And I think the combination of both of them is very important in comedy, I think. At least that's what I took away from it.
Yeah.